The Apocryphal Gospels are a fascinating and complex collection of ancient texts that offer alternative narratives about the life and teachings of Jesus Christ. These Gospels, written between the 2nd and 4th centuries CE, were not included in the official New Testament canon, largely due to questions of authenticity, theological content, and inconsistencies with the canonical Gospels of Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. Despite their exclusion, the Apocryphal Gospels provide a unique window into the diverse beliefs and practices of early Christian communities. To understand the origins of these texts, we must first consider the context in which they were written. After the death of Jesus, Christianity spread rapidly across the Roman Empire and beyond. As the movement grew, different communities developed their own interpretations of Jesus' teachings and the significance of his life, leading to a wide range of beliefs and theological perspectives. While the canonical Gospels began to gain widespread acceptance as the authoritative accounts of Jesus' life, many other writings emerged, reflecting the rich diversity of thought within early Christianity. The Apocryphal Gospels can be categorized into several types, each with its own focus and purpose. One significant group is the infancy Gospels, such as the Proto-Evangelium of James and the Infancy Gospel of Thomas. These texts delve into the early life of Jesus and even his mother Mary, offering stories about his childhood and the miraculous events surrounding his birth. While these narratives often emphasize the divine nature of Jesus, they also present a more human and at times capricious side of him as a child. Another important category is the Gnostic Gospels, which are associated with the Gnostic movement, a religious tradition that emphasized esoteric knowledge or gnosis as the path to salvation. Texts like the Gospel of Thomas and the Gospel of Mary Magdalene fall into this group. The Gospel of Thomas, for example, is a collection of sayings attributed to Jesus, some of which diverge significantly from the teachings found in the canonical Gospels. These Gospels often portray Jesus as a revealer of hidden knowledge, a teacher whose words hold deeper mystical meanings. The Jewish Christian Gospels, such as the Gospel of the Hebrews, reflect the beliefs of early Christian communities that maintained strong ties to Jewish traditions. These texts offer insights into the ways in which these communities understood Jesus' relationship to Judaism and his role as the Messiah. Although much of the Gospel of the Hebrews survives only in fragments, it provides a glimpse into a unique perspective on Jesus' life and mission. The Passion Gospels, like the Gospel of Peter, focus on the events surrounding Jesus' crucifixion and resurrection. The Gospel of Peter is particularly notable for its dramatic and symbolic portrayal of these events, including a striking account of the resurrection, where Jesus is depicted rising from the tomb, accompanied by a speaking cross. These texts often add details or offer alternative versions of the Passion narrative found in the canonical Gospels, highlighting different aspects of Jesus' suffering and triumph. The exclusion of these texts from the New Testament canon was not a simple decision, but the result of a complex process of discernment by early church leaders. Concerns about the authenticity of the authorship of these Gospels played a significant role. Many of the Apocryphal Gospels were written long after the events they describe and were attributed to well-known figures like Thomas, Peter, or Mary Magdalene to lend them authority. Additionally, the theological content of some apocryphal texts, especially those influenced by Gnosticism, diverged from what the emerging Orthodox Christian leaders considered acceptable doctrine. Despite their exclusion, the Apocryphal Gospels remain important for understanding the early Christian world. They reveal the diversity of thought within early Christianity and the various ways in which different communities sought to understand and interpret the figure of Jesus. In recent decades, the discovery of texts like the Nag Hammadi Library has sparked renewed interest in these Gospels, offering scholars and believers alike new insights into the origins of Christianity. In conclusion, while the Apocryphal Gospels were not included in the Bible, they continue to be a subject of great interest and study. These texts provide a broader perspective on early Christian beliefs and highlight the rich tapestry of ideas that existed within the movement during its formative years. As we explore these writings, we gain a deeper understanding of the historical and theological context in which the figure of Jesus was both revered and reimagined.